Hey Julio, this is John, West Coast Connects. We reached out, promised this video, so here it is. I'm going to keep things really short and sweet. Just want to show you three things that you can do to really maximize your traffic online and build up that customer base. So with that, let's get started. I like how your website's laid out. It looks great. Love your little logo here. The one thing I would say, with your site when I look through it, is that there's not a ton of content here. And content is anything that you can highlight. In this instance, I'm talking about text. And usually you want a lot of text for a couple of reasons. The first is so that you could be found for specific keywords, right? And you're only currently being found for one, and it's remodeler, right? And really, when I was looking, there's a lot of keywords for Houston roofing, right? Roof repair Houston, roofing companies Houston, roofers Houston, metal roofing, a ton of stuff there. So if I was wanting to rank for, say, roofing companies Houston, I would have that as a heading, I would have that within my text, and I would save one of these images as that keyword. And what happens is when Google crawls your site, they see that you have that keyword verbatim within your content and through a couple of different places. And really, having it in the heading is really important because the heading is what Google crawls first, and they feel it's more important. And then having it through your site also in a couple of different places also lets them know that this page deals with that specifically. So it's really important to have content and a lot of content. And typically on a homepage, you look for about anywhere from 1,500 to 2,500 words minimum. And really, it serves a couple purposes. The more content you have, the more keywords you could have within that content. And it's typically one keyword for every 150 words or so. And if you have that a lot of content, there's another reason why it's great too, is because content is a ranking factor. It's one of the things that Google looks for when they're determining what websites rank higher than others. They have an algorithm, and it's not only about quality of content; it's also about quantity. So content's really important in determining what you're ranking for. So that would be my first tip: is to just add more content and make sure they're those buyer specific, location specific keywords. My second tip would just be to continue to build and grow this Google business profile. So a lot of people don't realize how incredibly useful this is. And before I get into why it's important, let's get into how you can improve it. So reviews are really important. You have almost a 5-star review, which is fantastic, but keep building on that, right? The more reviews you could possibly get, the better off you'll be. And then also, all this information here, your hours, your address, your website, your phone number, you want that consistent through the web. So if you have a Yelp page, for instance, and it says you're open from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m., that inconsistency Google doesn't like. They want to make sure that if somebody searches on Yelp or on your Google business profile or on your website, all that information's the same. And then lastly, you want to upload photos that are saved as keywords. So again, if I'm looking to rank for roofing companies Houston, I would save a photo, at least one photo as that keyword, and then I would geotag it. So, locate it as like here. And then what Google believes is that, oh, they must have done the roof on that building. So, really important to build this out. It kind of balloons and grows as it goes. And the reason why it's really important is that people search differently, right? Some people click on the first thing they see, which is why ads are a great way to, you know, jumpstart and get stuff going because they're above the fold. But then a lot of times it goes right into this map pack or these top 3 Google business profiles, and a lot of times they'll garnish as much as 40% of the keyword, and sometimes I've seen them outdo the organic listings. So, on this particular keyword, you're looking at 150 searches a month going right here. So if you're not in the top 3, you're not going to get a lot of that volume. And then if you're running an ad and you're number one here and you're number one here, you're going to get as much traffic as possible. So Google Business Profile is really important. Lastly is to build up your site. So it looks like somebody's started, worked on your site before, but because you don't have the right content, because a lot of things are, a little need to be worked on a little bit. You're not ranking on any keywords, and so you're not really getting much out of it. Your site is built up a bit, but it's not doing what you need to do. And just to show, and how you build up the strength of the site is referring domains or websites that link back to your site. So you do have 53 that are sending 522 links. And just to show you what it looks like when everything's kind of working in tandem, this is Bronze Roofing, okay? And they have 166 sites that are sending 500 links. And here you see their domain rating and their UR rating quite a bit higher than yours. Not too much higher, but a little bit higher. But you can see they're ranking on almost 600 keywords. And a lot of that goes back down to Houston's roof expert, and how you can see that they have quite a bit more content here, and a lot of that it just goes into how it's set up. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's been informative. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions, want to know more. My contact information is in the email. I also have a link to my calendar. Please feel free to schedule some time if you want. Myself or my business partner Jackie would love to get in contact with you. So with that, have a great day and God bless. Bye.